If you want real confidence, it doesn't come from the external, but it comes from within. Most of us believe that confidence is seeking it outside for validation, to prove something, or to be seen from others. In reality, confidence is sticking to your truth, who you are, and not caring what other people think of you. Fake confidence can be proven on external validation, on wanting to be seen by others, on having other people's opinions, judgments, and criticisms determine who you are and how you show up to the world. And you move through life in that form, in the form that is not you. What I mean by fake confidence, it's not you. It's not real. And it's the image that is someone else's image, not your image. Now, eventually that type of confidence will have tension because it's the external image that you have been molded to be. And so that's the one that you think is validated and without judgment and can be safe out in the world and with other people's opinions and how they view you. This can also create a type of anxiety because that tension there is this image that's molded out to be, that's created by the external world, by people, by their views and what they'd like to be of you, versus the true you, the one that feels safe with yourself, connected with yourself, knows yourself, and doesn't care what people think, just shows up for you. I've been there. I've put on a justice that wasn't justice. It was a girl that wanted to be seen, heard, and acknowledged. So this version of her decided to go with the image of what everyone else wanted and what everyone else told her to be and what deemed fit for her to be in the circle. But then eventually that justice started having a lot of tension. She didn't know who the tension was with. She didn't know why she felt anxious, worried about what other people thought, so consumed in the outer opinions and just simply having a place to fit in. So eventually that got tiring, trying to fit in, trying to be whatever everyone else wanted her to be. It was until the day she took a pause and asked herself, am I really living a life true to who I am? Or am I living a life that's someone else's? It's until you stop, bring it to awareness, and start to ask that question, that's where you'll reflect and find all the answers that you need. Because the answers are already here. It's just a matter of listening and courage. Once you have that awareness, we don't want to stop there and let it become a pattern that you see here and there and don't do anything about. But we want to build off of that awareness. And that comes from action, from doing it, from implementing it into your life. Now, how can we implement it into our lives? Now, just like with everything else, if you're going to go to work, do you stay consistent with it? Yes, you do. Do you see the results once you stay consistent with it? Yes, you do. So it's the same thing here. If you want to build more confidence and stop seeking it outside and start seeking it from within, It comes from the awareness to then taking daily actions to embody confidence. Real confidence. Confidence comes from sticking with what you say. It comes from words and actions aligning. If you say you're going to go to the gym 5 days a week around 6 a.m., that's what you're going to do. Now, here and there, something happens, might not be able to go. We all have those days, but it's the long-term haul of consistency that we're looking for that builds confidence. Another way to build confidence is by honoring your feelings. Are you taking the time to pause? See what emotions arise for you? Are you working through that to then release? Confidence comes from not abandoning yourself to fit in. That's a huge one. Why? Because when we try to fit in that circle, it might make us feel good in the moment to fit in, because this is what us as human beings care about. We care about judgment of other people in some form. Confidence is built with self-trust. Basically, all these examples mean when you stop abandoning yourself, betraying yourself, sabotaging yourself, and you stick with what you're going to do, what you say you're going to do, you feel like you have more power and feel more connected to yourself because you've taken the time and aligned with what you were saying to build the confidence. Now, going back to my example where I felt like I had to fit in and be a different persona to be validated, to be seen, and to be accepted. That external validation is really tiring. It was exhausting after a long time. You're trying to scan around and see if someone is thinking or watching you, or what they're going to think about you, or what will they say, and all of this. And you're always just adjusting, and you're just trying to basically perform. And you can never relax because you're always trying to put on this show of someone that isn't you. That's why it's so tiring. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say that that's that fake confidence, and eventually it catches up with you. That tension, that anxiety that I felt, it wasn't more so that it was confusing, it was just self-abandonment. So ask yourself, am I abandoning myself right now to be this version that's not even me? And that's totally okay that that happens. Like I said, we've had our moments. I've had my moment. That's why I'm sharing this story with you, so that you can get an understanding of it doesn't have to stop there, and you can embody that real confidence and feel like the true self, your true self. Ask yourself, who are you when no one is around? What do you like to do? Who do you like to be? Like, who are you? Ask yourself, who are you molding yourself to be when you are outside? And where do you think this version stemmed from in the first place? And how can I take a step back and connect with myself so that I can be comfortable and confident expressing the true me? We're taught that confidence comes from the outside, from being chosen, from feeling seen, from being validated. And it lasts for a while until the tension gets louder, until your inner voice is yearning to be seen and to be connected with who you really are. Real confidence comes from choosing yourself, from sticking with what you're going to say, from taking the actions, and from doing it on a repetitive manner. Real confidence starts when you stop molding yourself to be what someone else wants you to be, what's deemed to fit in, stay true to what you say you're going to do, and listen to what's inside and what is true to who you are. When you stop seeking the outside approval and you start seeking your own inside approval, that's where the real confidence is, and that's where your true self lies. And with that true self, you can be confident. And that confidence is what's going to give you the peace to who you truly are. If you want more videos like this, stick around. You're always welcome here.